A garden seat at home by William Bowles. Oh no, I would not leave you, my sweet home, decked with vermilion, woodbine, and rose, and slender woods that is still seen and close, for yon magnificent and ample dome, a glitters in my sight. Yet I can praise thee, Arundel, who shunning the thronged ways of glittering wise, silently dost dispense the blessings of a wit-haired munificence. Me a sequestered cottage on the verge of our outstretched domain delights, and here I wind my walks, and sometimes drop a tear or Harriet's urn, scarce wishing to emerge into the troubled ocean of that life, where all is turbulence, toil and strife. Calm roll the seasons o'er my shaded niche, and if I brush, or touch the tuneful string, or hear at eve the unscared blackbird sing, and never from the loftier sphere, the rich deign my abode to visit, and the poor depart not cold and hungry from my door. A rustic seat near the sea, by William Bowles. To him who many a night upon the main, at midwatch from the bounding vessel's side, cheering, has listened to the rocking tide, how delightful smile thy views again their land. Sheltering hut and fast seem mill, that safe sails around and round with tripping rill, and our grey sand glitters. The clear sky beneath blue wall shines the village tower, and high elms swaying in the wind embower, and hedgerows with small birds' melodies solace the live and loitering passion led. For stranger is my pausing fancy sad, has thought of many evils which depress and white humanity. Look up, address the God who made the world, and let the heart be thankful for some heavy thoughts have part, which sheltering from the human storm's career, will meet his innocence and quiet here. Age, by William Bowles. Age for the loss of health and friends shalt mourn, and the war art passing till that night still born, a labour sleeps. The linnet chattering aloud to the May morn shall sing, though in their shroud, forgetful and forgotten, sink to rest, and grass green be resort upon their breast. Approach of summer, by William Bowles. How shall I meet thee, summer, wont to fill my heart with gladness, when the pleasant tide first came, and on the calm's romantic side was heard the distant cuckoo's hollow bill. Fresh flowers shall fringe the margin of a stream, as if the songs of joyance and of hope. The hedgerows shall ring loud, and on the slope the poplar sparkle in the passing beam. The shrubs and laurels with their laughter tend, thinking their Maytime fragrance would delight. With many peaceful charm we, my poor friend, shall bow forth the green shoots, and sheave aside, and shall mark the hues of sadder eyes, and reap the more for one who in the cold mud lies. Associations, by William Bowles. As o'er these hills I take my silent rounds, still the vision which is flown and dwell, on images I laughed, alas too well. Now past and but remembered, like sweet sounds of yesterday, yet my breast I keep such recollections, painful though they seem, and out of joys we trace, till from my dream I start and find them not. When I could weep to think of fortune blights of fairest flowers, to think how soon lies first endowments frail, and we are still misled by hope's smooth tale, or like a flatterer when the happiest hour pass, and when most we call on her to stay, will fly, as faithless and as fleet as way. At Dover, by William Bowles. Thou whose stern spirit laughs a storm, that borne on terror's desolating wings, shakes the high forest, or remorseless flings the shivering surge, and rising reefs deform thy peaceful breast, hide to yon steep, and think when thou dost mark the melancholy tide beneath thee, the storm careering wide, tossed on the surge of life, how many sink. And if thy cheek with one kind tear be wet, and if thy heart be smitten, when the cry of danger and of death is heard more nigh, or learn thy private sorrows to forget, intent, when hardest beats the storm, to save one who, like we, has suffered from the wave. At Oxford, by William Bowles. Bereaved me not of fancy shadowy dreams, which won my heart, or when the gay career of life begun, or when on times a tear set sad on memory's cheek, or loftier themes to bait the awakened mind to the high price of wisdom, hardly learned with toil and pain, aspiring patient. Yet on life's wide plain, left fatherless, where many a wanderer sighs hourly, and if the road is lone and long, 'twere not a crime should we a while delay amid the sunny field, happy away, who is with journey, who, with charm of song, to cheer their way, till they forget to weep, and that hired sense is hushed and sinks to sleep. Christmas Hymn, by William Bowles. Hark! Angel voices from the sky proclaim a Saviour's birth. Glory sing to God on high, peace and goodwill on earth. Catch the glad strain, ye serfs bright, the glorious tidings spread. Wake, wake to wonder and to light, the dark sleep of the dead. Let the wide earth from shore to shore one loud hosanna raise. Glory to God, whom we adore, glory and hymns of praise. Distant view of England from the sea, by William Bowles. Yes, for mine eyes the tears unbidden start, and stream my country and the long-lost sight of thy own cliffs that lift their summits wide above the wave, and small my beating heart of eager hope and filial transport hails. Scenes of my youth, reviving gales ye bring, as on a wild but tuneful morn of spring, joyous awake amidst your hawthorn fields, and filled with fragrance every village lane. Flatter was ours, and all the joys we gave. Yet still I gaze and count each rising wave, it bears me near to my home again. If hardly with those woods and vales so fair, stranger to peace, I yet may meet her there. Dover cliffs, by William Bowles. On these white cliffs, that calm above a flood, uprear their shadowing heads, and their feet hear not the surge that has for ages beat, or many a lonely wanderer has stood. And whilst the lifted murmur meet his ear, and over distant billows the still eve sails low, as thought of all his heart must leave tomorrow, of friends he loved most dear, of social scenes from which he wept to part. Or if like me, he knew how fruitless all the thoughts, would full fain the past recall, soon would he quell the rising of his heart, and brave the wild winds and unhearing tide, the world his country, and escort his guide. East Wind, by William Bowles. Shouts and the noise of war, far over the land have been my flight, on many a foe's darkest night, or champagnes with the Tatar's beats, or Volga's wild and giant reeds, of a Carthaginian summit's hoar, beneath whose snows and shadows frore, Poland's level length unfolds, that trackers woods and wildering wolds, like a spirit seeking rest, have passed from east to west, while sounds of discord and lament rose from the earth wherever I went. I care not, hurrying as in scorn, I shock my lance and blow my horn. The day shows clear, and merrily along the Atlantic now I fly, or comes in soft and spicy west from the wide regions of the west, and his bell bends waving o'er his head, and shores of violets from his hands are shed. As a fire with a look as young and fair, as in his lucid wings conveyed, the beautiful and gentle maid, psyche transported through the air, a little couch of love some God to share. And her worn, or haggard eye would scare me, as he wonders why, him the timid butterfly, brings again the morn of May. The lark amid the clear blue sky carols, but is not seen so high, and all the winter's winds fly far away. I cried, O Father of the world, whose smite the storm, the darkness, and the winds obey, O when it was the long tempestuous night of warfare, and therefore we rolled away, O when will cease the uproar and the din, and peace breathe soft, summer is coming in. Easter Day, by William Bowles. Who comes, my soul no longer doubt, rising from earth's warm resort, and whilst 10,000 angels sing as cans to heaven the God. Saviour, Lord, I know we know, mighty to redeem and save, as glory blazes on the brow, which lights the darkness of the grave. Saviour, Lord, the human soul, forgotten every soul here, sure was aspiring to its goal, triumph in its native sphere. Evening, by William Bowles. Evening, as love her placid shades as can, veiling with gentlest hush the landscape still, the lonely battlement the fathers tell, and would I think of foes who have no friend, who know perhaps by melancholy led, by the broad blaze of day, their pleasure flaunts retiring, wander to the ringed of horns unseen, and watch the tints that o'er their bed hang lovely. Oft to musing fancies I presenting fairy wails, if the tired mind might rest beyond the murmurs of mankind, nor hear the hoary moans of misery. Alas for man that hopes their views the while should smile like you, and perish as they smile. Hope, by William Bowles. As one who, long by wasting sickness sworn, ere his watch the lingering night, and heard unmoved the carol of the mountain bird, salute his lonely porch, now first at morn goes forth, leaving his melancholy bed. Here green slope and level meadow views, delightful bath of slow scanning dews, or marks the clouds, and over mountain's head as the vying forms fantastic wonder wide, or turns his ear to every random sound, heard the green river's winding march along, where whilst each sense is stepped in still delight. So all my breast young summer's breather feel, sweet hope, the fragrance pure and healing incense steal. Hymn for music after the Battle of Waterloo, by William Bowles. Perish, almighty justice great, and struck the avenging blow, and Europe showed from side to side, the tyrant is laid low. Set not his heart and blood shall stream around my sovereign throne, he wakes from thy ambition's dream, pale trembling and alone. Triumph, the rescued nations cry, triumph, 10,000 hearts reply. Sad mother, weep no more thy children slain, the trumpets and the battle congruous cheese, uplift to heaven the loud, the grateful strain, and hail the dawn of freedom and of peace. Triumph, the rescued nations cry, triumph, 10,000 hearts reply. For joy returned, for peace restored, Lord of all worlds, to weary race, what slaughter drops the very sword, to weave a hymn of gratitude and praise. Triumph, the rescued nations cry, triumph, 10,000 hearts reply. In Age, by William Bowles. And art for he now, fallen on evil days, and changed indeed, yet what to his sunk cheek, his thinner locks, and that calm forehead speak, a spirit reckless of men's blame or praise, a spirit, when an eyes to the noon's blaze, the dark orbs roll in vain and suffering meek, a as in the sight of God intent to seek, with solitude or age, or for ways of hard adversity, the approaching look of its great master, while the conscious pride of wisdom, patient and content to brook, and ills to its sole master's task applied, shall show before heaven the unaltered mind, Milton, for thou art poor and old and blind. In Memoriam, William Bowles. How blessed we the path could I have trod of quiet life, bold cold wants hard fate, and little wishing more, nor of a great envious of a proud name, but it pleased God to take me to his mercy. Thou didst go in youth and beauty to thy cold deathbed, even whilst on dreams of bliss we fondly fed, of years to come of comfort. Be it so. I wish I have felt so, and even now, for sometimes the unbidden tear will start, and half unmanned the miserable heart, the cold dew shall wipe from my sad brow, and say since hopes of bliss on earth are vain, best friend, farewell, till we do meet again. In Youth, by William Bowles. Milton, our noblest poet, in the grace of youth, those fair eyes and clustering hair, that brow untouched by one faint line of care, to mar its openness we seem to trace the front of the first lord of human race, but thine own paradise portrayed so fair, as sin or saw a scaffold. Such the year that characters for youth, shall time affect with lineaments as crowding cares assail. It is the lot of fallen humanity. What boots it, armed in adamantine mail, the unconquerable mind and genius high, wide onward hold the way through weal and woe, whoever life's brief lot be high or low. Influence of time on grief, William Bowles. What high moon knows the lenient hand to lay soft as sun's source wound and slowly wends, lulling to sad repose the very sense, the faint pang stealest unperceived away. And we arrest my only hope at last, and think when thou hast dried the bitter tear that flows in vain o'er all my soul held dear, I may look back on every sorrow past, and meet life's peaceful evening with a smile, as some dawn bird at day's departing hour sings in the sunbeam of a transient shore forgetful, for its wings are wet for while. And how much must that poor heart endure, which hopes from we, and we alone a cure. Inscription, by William Bowles. Come, and where these runnels fall, listen to my madrigal. Far from all sounds of all strife that murmur through walks of life, from grief and quietude and fears, from scenes of riot or of tears, from passions cankering day by day that worry the inmost heart away, from pale attractions envious spite that worries where it fears to bite, from mad ambitions worldly chase, come, and in the shady place divine contentment's humble joys, and of life that makes no noise, save when fancy musing along turns to desultory song, and wakes some lonely melody like the water dripping by. Come, and where these runnels fall, listen to my madrigal. Lines written on Fonthill Abbey, by William Bowles. The mighty master waved his wand, and lo, on the astonished eye the glorious show burst like a vision, spirit of a place, as the Arabian wizard with his mace smitten the barren downs, far onward spread, and bade the enchanted palace rise instead, bade the dark woods with solemn shades extend, hide the clouds yon spire tower askant, and starting from the unbarked avenue spread the rich pile magnificent of view, and from the arched portal look again back on the lessening woods and distant plain, askant the steps, the high and fretted roof is woven by some elfin hand aloof, whilst from the pane and windows long array a mellow light is shed as not of day. O gorgeous all, or never may the spell be broken, but arrayed was a radiant form so well. Morning, by William Bowles. Up, for the morning shines with welcome ray, to the sunny sea beach lent astray. What orient hues proclaim the master's hand, or light a wave upon the half-wet sand, how beautiful the sun, as still we gaze streams all diffuse through the opening haze. Artist, when to the thunder's pealing sound, fire mixed with hailstones ran upon the ground, then partial darkness the dread prospect hid, and sound aspired the aged pyramid, sublimity that genius seemed to guide, or Egyptian pain, dissolute and wine. But here delightful beauty reigns alone, and takes the morning scene with graces all her own. My father's grave, by William Bowles. My father's grave, I heard her say, and marked a stealing tear, on I would not go away, my father's grave is here. A thousand thronging sympathies, the lonely spot and dear, and every eve remembrance sighs, my father's grave is here. Some sudden tears and bidden start, as spring's gay birds are here, for all things whisper to my heart, my father's grave is here. Young hope may blend each colour gay, and fair views appear, but now I will not go away, my father's grave is here. Northwind, by William Bowles. From the vast and desert deeps, where the lonely kraken sleeps, where fixed the icy mountains high glimmer to the twilight sky, where 6 lingering months to last, the night is closed, the day is past, Father, lo, I come, I come. I've heard the wizard's drum and the withered Lapland hack, seal of muttered spell had back. Our mountains wide and forests here, affluent with Wingham here. On a beautiful landscape, by William Bowles. Beautiful landscape, I could look on thee for hours, unmindful of a storm and strife, and mingled murmurs of tumultuous life. Here all is still as fair, the stream, the tree, the wood, the sunshine on the bank, no tear, no thought of time's wing or closing night that comes to steal away the long sweet light, no sighs of sad humanity are here. Here is no tint of mortal change. The day, plentiful light, with dog and peasant boy gambol, with look and almost bark of joy, still seems for centuries have passed to stay. And gaze again at shadowed scenes may teach lessons of peace and love beyond all speech. On accidentally meeting a lady now no more, by William Bowles. When last we parted, all young and fair, how beautiful that fond remembrance say. Alas, since then our time is stolen away, nigh 40 years, leaving my temples bare. So half it perished like a thing of air, a dream of love and youth. We now are grey, yet still remembering youth's enchanted way. What time has changed my look and blanched my hair, or I remember once that hour of pain and never woe, long as I yet might live, as parted long to hear that voice again. I can a sad but cordial greeting give, and for a welfare breath as warm a prayer, ladies, when I laugh we young and fair. On an eclipse of a moon at midnight, by William Bowles. Up into the vast extended space, water scanning in the majesty, beautiful moon, the queen of the pale sky, out water sweat which gathers on thy face, a dark mysterious shade, eclipsing slow the splendor of thy calm and steadfast light, is a shadow of this world of woe, of this vast moving world, portionless sight. As if you almost stood and saw more near, its very action, almost heard it roll on in the swiftness of its dread career, as it half rode for ages. Hush, my soul, listen, there is no sound, but I could hear the murmur of its multitudes, or toil for the brief hour. The heart might well recoil, and this is ever sounding in his ear who made it and who said, Let there be light. And we, the creatures of a mortal hour, with hosts of worlds ever in his sight, catching his note and glimpses of his power. A time should come when all this mighty scene darkness should wrap as it had never been. Of half of all worlds we were our guide, and lead us gentle on from youth to age, through the dark valley of our pilgrim march, enough if thus, bending to the high will, we hold our Christian course through good or ill, and to the end the faith and hope abide. On an unfortunate and beautiful woman, by William Bowles. O Mary, when distress and anguish came, and slow disease preyed on the wasted frame, when every friend, envy like by bloom, was fled, and one bowed low by unsupported head, sure sad humanity a tear might give, and virtue say, Live, beauteous sufferer, live. But should the one be found, amidst a few, with compassion while last pangs might view, one who beheld the errors of a tear, to whom the ruins of a heart were dear, who fondly hoped, the ruthless season past, the fated virtues might revive at last, should such be found, oh, when he saw we lie, closing on every earthly hope for an eye, when he beheld despair with rueful trace mark a strange feature of her altered face, when he beheld as painful death drew nigh, her pale, pale cheek, her feeble lifted eye, her chill, shrunk hand hung down as in despair, or slowly raised with many a muttered prayer. And thus in early youth he saw we bend poor to the grave, and die without a friend. Some sadder feelings might unbidden start, and more than common pity touch his heart. The inful scene is closed with pausing dread, and so I drew nigh the silent bed. The look was calm, the heart was cold and still, as if the world had never used it ill. Methought the last faint smile with traces weak still seemed to linger on the faded cheek. Poor Mary, thou most beauteous in thy face, a sore touched it beamed each lovely grace. Yet thou thy living features never wore a look so sweet, so eloquent before, as this which bids all human passions cease, and tells my dying heart you die in peace. On entering Switzerland, by William Bowles. Languid and sad and slow from day to day I journeyed on, yet pensive turned to view, where the rich landscape gleams of softer hue, the streams and valleys and hills that steal away. So fares it with the children of the earth, for when life's goodly prospect opens round, the spirit burns the trees with fairy ground, where every wail sounds to the pipe of mirth. While when my last the dream of youth beguiles, and soon a longing look like me they cast back on the mountains of the morning past. Yet hope still becoons us, and becooning smiles, to a brighter world her view extends, where earth's long darkness on a path descants. On leaving a place of residence, by William Bowles. If I could bid we pleasant shade, farewell without a sight, farewell without a sigh, amidst whose circling bowers my stripling prime was past, and happiest hours, that were I to the sympathies that swell the human breast, these woods with whispering wake my father reared and nursed, not of grave gone down, he loved the peaceful shades and said, perhaps, as he mused, life laurels green, yet pines that shade the solitary scene, life blooming and rejoice when I am dead. My son shall guard you, and amid your bowers, like me, find shelter from life's beating showers. These thoughts, my father, every spot endear, and whilst I think with self-accusing pain, a stranger shall possess the loved domain, in each low wind I seem thy voice to hear. But we are shadows of a shaping brain, that no more heart, alas, can ill sustain. We must forget the world is wide, the hope of peace may still be found, no hard road. It boots not so to every chance resigned, wherever spot we bear the unaltered mind. Yet, O poor cottage, and for sylvan shade, remember, I left your coverts green, where in my youth I mused and childhood played. I gazed, I paused, I dropped a tear unseen, a bitter from the font of memory fell, thinking on him who reared you, now farewell. On leaving a village in Scotland, by William Bowles. Clifton, as thy romantic wells I leave, bid farewell to each retiring hill, where musing memory seems to linger still, tracing the broad bright landscape. Much I grieve that mingled with a toiling crowd, no more may return ye the wild we used to mark, and rocks amid the sunshine towering dark, of rivers winding wild, or mountains hoar, or castle gleaming on the distant steep. Yet many a look back on thy hills I cast, and many a softened image of the past, sadly combine, and bid remembrance keep, to soothe me with fair scenes and fancies rude, and I pursue my path in solitude. On leaving Winchester school, by William Bowles. Spring shall visit thee again, itching in yonder ancient fane. It casts its shadow on my breast, as if by many winters' speed, a blooming season it would greet, if many a straggling wildflower shall be dressed. I am at the youthful train, that stray at evening by thy side, no longer shall a guest remain, to mark the spring's reviving pride. I go not unrejoicing, but who knows when I have shared a world, the common woes, returning in my drops some natural tears, as these same fields I look around, and hear from yonder doom the slow bell sound, and think upon the joys that crowned my struggling years. On Mozart, by William Bowles. How still, as with a servant's voice, prolong the harmonies of that enchanting song, till listening we might almost think we hear beyond this cloudy world and the pure sphere of light, acclaiming hosts of thrones surrounding, the long hosannas evermore resounding, soft voices interposed in pure accord, breathing a holier charm. Or every word falls like a drop of silver, as a strain in winding sweetness swells and sinks again, sang ever thus beguiling life's long way, as here poor pilgrims of the earth stray. And Leigh in the pilgrim martial land, and late the shades of a long night descant, may sister Sarah's welcome with a song, and gently say, why have you stayed so long? Oxford we visited, by William Bowles. And never hear the sound of thy glad bells, Oxford, and gem harmonies, but I say, sighing to think how time has worn away, some spirit speaks in the sweet town that swells, heard of the years of absence from the vale that Cherwell winds. Most true, it speaks the tale of days departed, and its voice recalls hours of delight and hope in the gay tide of life, when your friends now scattered wide by many fates. Peace be within thy walls. I have sacred heart to visit thee, but yet denied the joys that sought in thy shades, denied each bitter hope, since my poor Harriet died. What I have owed to thee, my heart can never forget. Path of Life, by William Bowles. O Lord, in sickness and in health, to every lot resigned, grant me, before all worldly wealth, a meek and thankful mind. As life our upland path retreat, often pause and wane, to think of friends and parents dead, or let us not complain. The Lord may give or take away, but naught of fate can move, whilst we to heaven can look and say, our Father lives above. Picture of a young lady, by William Bowles. And I was sitting, sad and all alone, remembering youth and love forever fled, many friends are resting with the dead, while the still summer's light departing shone, like many sweet and silent summers gone. Or camest as a vision with a mien, and smile like those I once on earth had seen, with a voice of that remembered tone, which I in our days long since had heard. Like peace approaching when distempers fret, most the tired spirit, her fair form appeared. Until I die, I never shall forget, for at thy footsteps light the gloom was cheered, the look and voice of gentle Margaret. Picture of an Old Man, by William Bowles. Old man, I saw thee in thy garden chair, sitting in silence mid the shrubs and trees of thy small cottage croft, whilst murmuring bees went by, and almost touched thy temples bare, edged with a few flakes of whitest hair. and soothed by the faint hum of ebbing seas, and song of birds, and breath of a young breeze, thou didst for sit feeling the summer air blow gently, with a sad still cadence sinking to earth and hope, but all alone. Art so rapt to feel the lonely sense of earthly loss, musing on voices gone. Art so rain murmur, but without offence, the head may rest in peace beneath a churchyard stone. Poor man's grave, by William Bowles. Old Andrews of a hut is dead, and many a child appears, but slowly, death to death, does read around his grave in tears. Good men gone, we are small and great, and poor and high and low, and dies proud and worldly state, and Lazarus must go. May we among the just be found, or short our sojourn here, who, when the trump of death shall sound, may hear it without fear. Return of George III to Windsor Castle, by William Bowles. Not at thy name, in lustrous dome, recalls the pomp of chivalry and banners halls, a blaze of beauty and the gorgeous size of heralds, trophy steeds, and crested knights. Not that young sire, but beguiled the hour, with eyes upturned unto the maiden's tower. Oh, not for these the muse of officials brings congratulations to the best of kings, or that from cities and from crowds withdrawn, come peace may meet him on the twilight lawn. But here among these grey primeval trees, you may inhale health's animating breeze. And these old oaks, which far their shadows cast, we soothe them by the whisper of the past. When from that proud terrace he surveys slow Thames devolving his majestic maze, or lost on the horizon's verge, now seen winding through lawns and woods and pastures green, where he reflect upon the waves that roll, being a nation's wealth from pole to pole, and own ambition's proudest boast above, a king's best glory in his country's love. Saturday Night, by William Bowles. Come, let us ere we go to bed, while they sang embers chat, while little Mary hangs her head and strokes no more the purring cat. Let us tell our prisoners pine in silent dungeons dark and drear, whilst on each face the embers shine and all is calm and peaceful here. The English court is free from cares, but see the brand is a wasted quiet. Come, little Mary, say your prayers, kiss mother, kiss, good night, good night. Southampton Water, by William Bowles. Smooth went our boat upon the summer seas, leaving for so it seemed the world behind. At sound of mingled uproar we reclined upon the sunny deck, heard but a breeze that hours whispering past, or idle played with the live flag aloof. A woodland scene on either side drew its slope line of green, and hung the water shining edge with shade. Above the woods Ned lay, where ruins pale peered as we passed, and vectors as your hue beyond the misty castle met our view. There in mid-channel hung the sacred scene sail, so all was calm and sunshine as we went, cheerily of the briny element. Oh, where was little boat to us the world, and was the wonder far from sounds of care, circled by friends and gentle maidens fair, whilst morning airs the waven pennon curled, how sweet the life's long voyage, till in peace we gained with heaven still, when all things cease. Summer Evening at Home, by William Bowles. Come, lovely evening, with a smile of peace, visit my humble dwelling. Welcome in, not with loud shouts, and the thronged city's din, but with such sounds as bid all tumult cease of a sick heart. Grasshoppers faint pipe beneath the blades of your grass unripe, the bleat of a lone lamb, the cruel root, heard indistinctly from the village green, the bird's last twitter from the hedgerow seen, where just before the scattered crumbs are strewed, to pay him for his farewell song. All these touch soothingly the troubled ear, and please the stilly stirring fancies. While my hours, for I have dropped beneath life's early showers, pass lonely oft, out my heart is sad, yet I can leave the world and feel most glad to meet we evening here. Here my own hand is decked with trees and shrubs with slopes around, and once the leaves by dying airs offend, sweet to my spirit comes the farewell sound that seems to say, forget that transient tear, the pale youth shed, repose and peace are here. Summer Evening, by William Bowles. As homeward by the evening star I pass along the plain, I see the tapers light afar shine through our cottage pane. My brothers and my sisters dear, the child upon the knee, spring when my hastening steps were here, and smile to welcome me. And when the fire is growing dim, and mother's labours cease, I fold my hands, repeat my hymn, and lay me down in peace. Sunday Night, by William Bowles. Let us unfold God's holy book, and by the taper's light, with hearts subdued and sober look, so spend the Sabbath night. Where now the thoughts of anxious life, its giddy pleasures where? Here dies its loud and morning strife, and all its sounds of care. Let our views our hearts engross, to a Redeemer true, who seems expiring on the cross, to say I died for you. Sunrise, by William Bowles. From my humble bed I rise, and see the morning sun, a glorious in the eastern skies, its journey has begun. I think of the almighty power which called this awful night. I think how many at this hour rejoice beneath its light. When I pray in every land, whereas the light is shed, and all the live may bless the hand which gives the daily bread. Be air, by William Bowles, or cast every care to the wind, and dry, best beloved, the tear, secure that whoever shall find a friend of her bosom sincere, still friendship shall live in the breast of the brave, and we laugh the long day where the forest trees wave. I felt each emotion of bliss, and affection the fondest can prove, have received on my lip the first kiss of a holy and innocent love. But perish each hope of delight, like the flashes of night on the sea, thither, though far from my sight, my soul is forgetful, weak. Still the memory shall live in the breast of the brave, how we laugh the long day where the forest trees wave. Now bring my boy, may God above show blessings on his head. May he requite his mother's love, and to age a comfort prove, when I perhaps am dead. The beams of morn on his helm did play, till out the bugle blew, when he leaped on his harnessed steed of grey, and sighed to the winds as he galloped away. Adieu, my heart's love, adieu. And now he has joined the warrior train of knights and barons bold, but bound to Salem's holy plain across the gentle swelling main, the course exulting hold. The cross of gold as on by past, with crimson streamers flew, the shields hung glittering round the mast, on the waves a radiance cast, whilst all the trumpets blew. All the Severn surged in long array, so the proud galleys went, till soon as dissolved and ever grey the woods and the shores and the holms steal away, and the long blue hills of Gwent. The April shower, by William Bowles. When raindrops glistening through the thatch, like drops of silver run, our old blind grandame lifts her latch to feel the cheering sun. She sees no rainbow in the sky, when the cuckoo sung, she thought upon the years gone by, when she was blithe and young. But God, who comforts want and age, shall be her only friend, and bless her till pilgrim marsh and silent dust shall end. The Blacksmith, by William Bowles. How cheerful in the winter's night is down the lane astray. The blacksmith fork shoots out its light and shines across the way. The smith his labouring bellows blows, and now his stroke repeats, beats the red iron as it glows and shapes it as he beats. The flash of frequent sparkles fly, and tongues are his dread. Content and cheerful industry sweeten his daily bread. The Blind Grandfather, by William Bowles. Our grandfather has long been blind, and his few locks are grey. He loves to hear the summer wind round his pale temples play. We lead him to some quiet place, some unfrequent nook, where winds breathe soft, and wildflowers graze the borders of a brook. Where he shall sit as in a dream, for naught can he behold, till the brook's murmuring flow shall see the voice of friends of old. Think no more of grim aged men, for here thou hast no friend. Think, since this life is but a span of joys that have no end. The Blind Soldier and his Daughter, by William Bowles. Old soldier, the beams of the day that shone by sabre have long passed away, and the sun is gone down, and the few hairs are grey, old soldier. A drum and hurrahs the victory led, no longer are heard on the battlefield red. Our comrades in glory are scattered or dead, old soldier. Perhaps thou wert foremost of some gallant band, bakest white walls on that ancient land, where the Sphinx and great pyramid shaded the sand, old soldier. Lived lonely and poor, but to fortune resigned, forgetting the trump that clanged in the wind, or turnest the organ unnoticed and blind, old soldier. That faded red jacket still speaks of some pride, and a dutiful daughter is seen at thy side, to beat her light drum and thy footsteps to guide, old soldier. A bow to the heart that would seek to betray, or turn from a desolate father away. The dutiful child of thy age the last stay, old soldier. But may every true Briton, whose country is dear, bestow a small boon, now the season is drear, a warm chimney corner at Christmas to cheer, old soldier. When the thought of the days of past glory shall spring, and wiping one tear from thy cheek, or shalt sing Old England for ever, and God save the King, old soldier. The Bridge between Clifton and Leigh Woods, by William Bowles. From ever opposite the angel cried, who with an earthquake's might and giant hand severed these riven rocks, and bade them stand, their will for ever. The vast ocean tide, leaving its roar without at his command, shrank and bent the woods through the green land, when gently murmuring on, so did it ride, the frowning barriers with its force defied. But art, high over trailing smoke below, of sea-bound steamer on yon summit's head, sat musing, and where Saker a wandering crow sailed over the chasm, and fought a highway led, conquering, as by an arrow from a bow, the scenes Longenius by her elfin treat. The Butterfly and the Bee, by William Bowles. Methought I heard a butterfly say to a labouring bee, thou hast no colours of the sky on painted wings like me. poor child of vanity, was dice and colours bright and rare, with mild reproof the bee replies, all then of my care. Content I toil from morn to leave, and scorning idleness, the tribes of gaudy sloth I leave for the vanities of dress. The Caged Bird by William Bowles. Who would keep a little bird confined, when cowslip bells are nodding in the wind, when every hedge as with good mower rings, and heard from wood to combe the blackbird sings? Who would keep a little bird confined in his cold weary prison? Let him fly and hear him sing, how sweet is liberty. The Cuckoo by William Bowles. The bee is humming in the sun, the yellow cowslip springs, and hark, from yonder woodland side, again the cuckoo sings. Now the note but cuckoo still, she sings from day to day. Yet I, who but a little child, can read and sing and pray. The Dove sent from the Ark by William Bowles. Go, beautiful and gentle dove, and greet the morning ray, for lo, the sun shines bright above, the floods are passed away. No longer dropping here confined in this cold prison dwell. Go free to sunshine and to wind, go forth and fare thee well. Go, beautiful and gentle dove, for welcome sad will be, and thou shalt hear no voice of love and murmurs from the tree. Yet freedom shalt thou find in this cold prison set. Go then to sunshine and to wind, go forth and fare thee well. The Glowworm by William Bowles. What is this which shines so bright, and in the lonely place hangs out a small green lamp at night, that you bend to grace? It is a glowworm still and pale, it shines the whole night long, when only stars or nightingale seem listening to thy song. And so mid the world's cold night, for good report or ill, shines out the humble Christian light, as lonely and as still. The Harp and Despair of Cowper by William Bowles. Sweet bard, whose tones great Milton might approve, and Shakespeare from high fancy sphere, turning to the soundless ear, where down a look of sympathy and love. Or so the lyre again, as if in full accord it poured an angel's strain. But oh, what means that look aghast, in whilst it seemed in holy trance, on scenes of bliss above the glance? Was it a fiend of darkness past, whose peak paleness is upon his cheek, on his brow the big drop stand, to airy vacancy points the dread silence of his eye, and the loved lyre it falls from his nerveless hand? Come, peace of mind, delightful guest, or come and make thy downy nest once more in his sad heart. Meek fate, a drop of comfort sheet, sweet hope, support his aged head, and charity, avert the burning dart. Fruitless the prayer, the night of deeper woes seems o'er the head even now to close. In vain the path of purity he trod, in vain he put from fancy's shell his sweetest hermit strain. He has no hope on earth, forsake him not, O God. The Old Labourer by William Bowles. Are you not tired, you poor old man? The drops are on your brow, your labour with the sun began, you are labouring now. O murmur not to dig the soil, for I have heard and read that man by industry and toil must eat his daily bread. The lark awakes me with a song that hails the morning grey. When I mourn for human wrong, I think of God and pray. Let worldlings waste their time and health, and try each vain delight. They cannot buy with one the wealth, the labourers rest at night. The Primrose by William Bowles. 'Tis the first primrose, see how meek, yet beautiful it looks, as just a lesson it may teach, as what you read in books. The garden show in flavouring pride, the lily's stately ranks, allows its modest head to hide beneath the bramble banks. And so the little cottage maid may bloom unseen and die, but she, when transient flowrets fade, shall live with Christ on high. The Rhine by William Bowles. 'Twas morn, beauteous on the mountain's brow, hung with the clusters of bending vine, shone in the early light, when on the Rhine we bounded, and the wide waves around the prow and murmurs parted. Hurrying as we go, lie the woods open, and the rocks retire, as some grey convent wall look, listening spire, where the bright landscapes track unfolding slow. Here dark, furrowed aspect like despair, fronts the bleak cliff. There no woodland side, shadowy sunshine pours its streaming tide, whilst hope, enchanted with the scene so fair, counts not the hours of a long summer's day, nor heeds how fast the prospect winds away. The Robin Redbreast by William Bowles. Poor Robin sits and sings alone, when showers of driving sleet, and the cold winds of winter blown, the cottage casement beat. Come, let him share a chimney nook, and dry his dripping wing. See, little Mary shuts her book, and cries, Poor Robin, sing. Methinks I hear his faint reply, when cowslips stick the plain, the lark shall carol in the sky, and I shall sing again. And in the cold and wintry day, to you I owe a debt, and in the sunshine of the May I never can forget. The Shepherd and his Dog by William Bowles. My dog and I are both grown old, on these wild does we watch all day. He looks on my face when the wind blows cold, and thus methinks I hear him say, "The grey stone circlet is below, the wooded smoke is at our feet. We nothing hear but the sailing crow and wandering flocks that roam and bleat. Far off the early horseman hies, and shower of sunshine rushing on. Yonder the dusty whirlwind flies, the distant coach is seen and gone. A solitude around is spread, master alone we shall not be, and the turf is on my head, I only shall remember we. Mark this look of fateful care, I place my hand on his shaggy side. Where's the sun that shines above, the sun that shines on both, I cried. The Swan, by William Bowles. Look at the swan, how still he goes, his neck and breast like silver gleam. He seems majestic as he shows the glory of the lonely stream. There's a glory in the war, a glory in the warrior's verse, his visage marked with many a scar, but all wet with human tears. Such scenes no glory can impart, with drums and noises rude, like that which fills the silent heart, who walks with God in quietude. The Village Bells, by William Bowles. Who does not love the village bells, a cheerful peal and solemn toll? One of a rustic wedding tales, and one bespeaking a parting soul. The lark in sunshine sings her song, and dressed in garments white and gay, the village lasses trip along, for this is Susan's wedding day. And give her flowers of sweetest hue, young violets from the back's green side, and on poor Mary's coffin strew, on the bloom of life she died. So past life, the smile, the tear, succeed as in our path we stray. The kingdom come, for we are here, as guests so tarry but a day. To a Friend, by William Bowles. Go win and join the murmuring city's throng. Me thou dost leave to solitude and tears, to busy fantasies and boding fears, lest ill betide we, which will not be long, or the hard season shall be past, till then live happy, sometimes the forsaken shade remembering, and with trees now left to fade, and amid the busy scenes and hum of men, wild home my cares forget. And heaviness to me the hour shall roll, weary and slow, till mournful autumn past, and all the snow of winter pale. The glad hour I shall bless, which shall restore we from the crowd again, to a green hamlet on the peaceful plain. To Sir Walter Scott, by William Bowles. Since last I saw that countenance so mild, slow stealing age, and a faint line of care had gently touched, methought some features were. Yet looked the man as placid as a child, and the same voice, whilst mingled with a throng, unknowing and unknown, we passed along, where the voice a share of a brief time begilded. The voice in air may hear again, I sigh it at parting, a server of a various way, in this great world, and on the banks of Treat, slowly sink the shades of eventide, I shall hear the music of his reed, far off, and thinking of that voice shall say, a blessing rest upon the locks of grey. Winter Evening at Home, by William Bowles. Fair moon, that at the chilly day's decline of sharp December, from a cottage pane does lovely look, smiling upon thy way. And for to scene serene and still as wine wanders my heart, whilst I by turns away, we slowly wheeling on the evening way. And this my fire, whose dim unequal light, just glimmering, bids each shadowy image fall, sombers and strange upon the darkening wall, where the clear tapers chase the deepening night. Yet thy still orb, seen through the freezing haze, shines calm and clear without, and whilst I gaze, I think, around me in this twilight room, I but remark mortality's sad gloom, whilst Hauptmann shall cloudless and soft appear in the sweet beam that lights thy distant sphere. Winter, by William Bowles. Spirit of unwearied wing, from the Baltic's frozen main, from the rust-bleak domain, say what tidings dost thou bring? Shouts and the noise of battle, and again a winged wind blew loud a deadly blast. Shouts and the noise of battle, the long mane seemed for his voice to answer as he passed. The moody south went by, and silence kept the cloudy wreck of his mournful mien, and frequent fell the showers as if he wept the eternal havoc of his mortal scene. He had heard the yell and cry and howling dance of anarchy ever round with rushing flood, murmuring to the main through blood. He seemed to wish he could for ever throw his misty mantle over a world of woe, and rousing him from his desponding trance, cold Urus blew his sharp and shrilling horn. In his right hand he bore an icy lane, that far off glittered in the frost of morn. The old man knew the clarion from afar, what from the east he cried. Woodspring Abbey, by William Bowles. These walls were built by men who did a deed of blood, terrific conscious, day by day followed, where their shadows seemed to stay, and still and fought they saw the victim bleed. Before God's altar shrieking, pangs succeed, as dying upon their heart the deep sin lay, no tears of agony could wash away. Hence to the land's remotest limits speed, these walls are raised in vain, as vainly flows contrition's tear. Earth, hide them, and thou sea, which round the lone isle, where our bones repose, dost sound forever, as said requiem be, at fancy's ear, at pensive evening's close, still murmuring misery domine.